Yeah, so back to what you was just saying, though, like...
So I met a guy who basically put me under his wing, and I didn't have to... I didn't have to lose as much as I was going to lose by doing it on my own. I don't think nothing's better than that. So if we could surround ourselves with like-minded people,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, cause boom, us coming up, our mentality is, you know what our mentality is? If I lose it all today, I'ma hustle and get it back. And you know, anything, you know, we all shoot dice. Anything I lose gonna come back double. You know what I mean? Like, so the mentality, that's our mentality. Whatever I lose, if I was supposed to shoot dice right now and I lose, I'ma hustle and get it back. Right or wrong. If dreams and nightmares didn't...
I hear what you're saying, but it's like, even for me, like, I lost 10,000 playing dice. Like, in one night, like, I lost 5,000. I went back to my crib, got another 5,000.
Right.
Came back and lost that, right? Now, I don't even roll dice.
Right. So it was quiet for you.
So it was like, I had to experience, like, yo, damn, after I lost that 10,000, I was fucked up for a few months.
Right.
I couldn't get back right. Sometimes, I couldn't do nothing.
Sometimes you be fucked up for a year, because that's a lot of people saving.
So that's what I'm saying. So after that, I realized, like, yo, I could put 10,000 into a company or a brand. So I learned from that experience, because it was like, yo, I'm not going to be able to just...
Right.
And you know what's crazy? I remember I called Shotty, right? I had, like, when I had it, right? I called Shotty, I'm like, yo, I got 10 bands. I was hyped. I was young. I was like 19. Like, yo, what I do with this 10 man? You know what he said? Yo, open a bank account. I ain't have no bank account at this time. I ain't have a debit card, nothing, right? He like, open a bank account. I hung up. I'm like, yo, he's just telling me open a bank account just because it's the right thing to sound and say. That's not really how I could flip some quick bread.
Right.
What I did. Go to Harlem, right over there by Sugar Hill. G-Spot. I'm gambling with dudes with 100K. Dudes with, they could lose 10,000. They could lose, you know what I'm saying? I only got 10,000. So I go in there and lose my last 10 grand. And then after that, I got 5 bank accounts now.
Right.
I got investments. I got stocks, crypto, all type of things, because I learned from that hard experience. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right. And like I said, that goes back to surrounding yourself with the right people.
And listening. Because if I would have just listened and got a bank account and put my money in the bank account,
you wouldn't have been able to go. I'm pretty sure the G-Spot,
you wouldn't even have been able to take out. They don't got an ATM.
The G-Spot is at nighttime, so I already know you wouldn't have been able to take all that.
You
money
can't
out.
even take that off of your card. You can't even take off 5,000 off of your debit card. The limit's gonna be 2,000. You know, if you got like couple hundred thousand.
This depends on your account.
Yeah, but most accounts, like right now, I don't got no card. My limits is 3,500, 2,500 cash. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people limits be $500.
$1,000, right?
Like,
so it's like, if a lot of times we get around the right people, right? We might, and we just don't listen. You know what I'm saying? So even that's an experience. Like, you gotta learn how to listen. You gotta learn, like, yo, this person is doing what they supposed to do. This person doing what they supposed to do. Like, you ain't just get a random...
Question to you. If you had somebody to call, would you have called them for another $10,000 to go back and gamble? I'm asking. Because really and truly, if you took that loss, look, all I'm trying to say to you is that if you lost it all today, it got to be your core friends, or it got to be somebody you can call on the phone and say, yo, I need you to put me in back. I'm not saying give me the bread. I just need you to put me back in the position to get it back. You know what I mean? Can you do that? A lot of us can't do that.
I feel like me personally, at that time, I couldn't. And that's why I understand.
I'm not even talking about now, at that time. I'm saying right now, if you lost everything today, could you pick up your phone and say, yo, I need you to put me back in position?
To be honest, now, like the way I position myself from losing it all before, it would be hard for me, just the way I move.
No, I'm saying, even if you did though, can you pick your phone up to call somebody and say, yo, put me back in position?
I feel like I got a few people I could call. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, but it's because I showed and proved that, like you said, you're not just gonna go give a homeless guy a house and 2 cars and stuff like you gotta. So I feel like I've shown that I can run a business. I can take care of my family. I can manage money at the scale where I'm at. Might not be at a high scale, but you know what I'm saying. I could take care of my responsibilities and my priorities. I could, you know what I'm saying, pay back money, or I could be a trustworthy person.
Right.
But I had to show and prove that.
Absolutely.
A lot of my friends, right, and these is my homies, like they might see this. They can't call me and be like, yo, I messed up, blah, blah. Can you sacrifice and take away from what you're building to put me in? Because you haven't shown me that you can build something. You can stay disciplined. You're willing to sacrifice.
That's true.
And I'm sure you got a couple of people like that, whether it's family or friends, where it's like, yeah, I got a lot going on. I got Casey Oils and I'm selling private jets. I'm a homeowner. I got different connections. But I can't risk what I got going on to put you in a certain position that you're not ready for. Because if you was ready for it, I would know. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I'm to the point in 2023. If you call me and you gotta borrow bread, I don't got it.
That's how I feel, because I'm so busy investing into what I got going on and building. And it's like, I should be calling you like, yo, how can we open another location? I got 15,000. It's not like, yo, can you hit me with 2,500?
Because ultimately, who you should be borrowing money from is the bank.
Facts.
If you can't borrow money from the bank, you can't borrow money from you. And it's sad to say, but
that's just how you got it. It's like you said, it's business.
If you can't, right now, if you messed up, you can't get on a computer and just
go borrow a quick 5 bands.
Go get a card, or go get some kind of discovery card. I can't help you.
Right.
Because what that shows is that you have a bad history
care,
of
and you
paying
don't
back
care,
money.
and you don't care. In 2023, you know, we got your Earn Your Leisure, so we got different platforms that's giving us financial literacy, right? So if you don't have a decent credit score, a few credit cards, or you don't got no money put away, or no residual income coming in, it's just, to me, it's just like a blatant, I don't care. And I know people who don't care.
Like, you can't say the information, you gotta read now. The information is there, they're giving it to you. You don't have to pay.
And it's not a secret no more.
You don't have to pay for Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel. And
it's not a secret no more. It's like, this information is like in public blast.
All you have to do is type it in on the phone that you got in your hand. This phone right here make you a lot of money, but it's just depending on how you want to use the phone. You want to use it for a TikTok, you want to use it for Instagram. You want to use it to whatever it is that you're using it for. It serves the same, whatever purpose you want to use it for, that's what it's going to be.
A lot of people going to take the phone, right, and they're going to use it for the wrong reason. They're going to use it because they want to chase women, right? They want to look like they got something popping that they don't got popping.
No, you know what they going to get? They going to get themselves 20 years on a free app for posting things that they shouldn't be posting. Posting guns, posting, like, bro, go on there and post. It don't even got to be positive. Just go on there and get something positive.
When I see bros post every day, I'm gonna ask you, when you come to my story, what you see on my page?
I see whatever your products is, whatever your content is, whatever you
1,000 products, yeah. But
whatever your merchandise is, I see what's on there.
I'm not posting nothing else, because when you think of your reef, if you had to bet, let's just say you had $1,000 in your pocket, right? You could bet 500 tomorrow. When you go to Reef page, you're gonna see Beautiful Nightmares. You could almost be like,
nah, but that's
sure
another thing
about it. When I come to your page,
we didn't know.
It's KC Autos.
We didn't know. We didn't know though. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, my personal page, I used to post wild craziness. You know what I mean? Like, me partying, you know what I mean? Like,
but the experience, me too,
outside,
back in 20,
you know what I mean? Like,
back
but
5-10 years ago.
My page was the funny page. Like, I'll post mad funny
memes,
mad funny memes and things of that nature, until I realized that, cause to be honest with you, no one knew what I was doing on the car side.
Right.
The car stuff was a secret. Meaning, I made sure my business was already. It surpassed the year mark. You know, every business normally fails in the first year.
I Not to cut you, just tell me what you think about this topic real quick. I had a conversation at a sneaker store that I worked with yesterday, and I was telling the guy, he said, yo, most businesses fail, and 92% of businesses fail. I said 90% of the people who open businesses don't even know what they're doing.
Right. It's true.
Like, people just opening businesses because they see, like, yo, you got a car company. Let me just try to jump without putting in the right.
You know how many people I didn't help become dealers? And also, too, if you are looking to become a dealer, we got a program where we charge $1,500. We do all the paperwork for you. But you're going to have to do some legwork in there because there's some fingerprints and some things that you got to do and take care of. And so you can get on and popping. So you become a used car dealer and you can start selling cars as soon as you get approved by the state of Georgia. So if that's something that you're interested in, you could also feel free to reach out to us. And we would definitely take care of you.
Get into that. So if I wanted to start a car company, you know what I'm saying, give me about 3 to 5 things you know you need, whether it's capital, whether it's credit, whether it's what that you need to start.
It's all of those. It's all of the above. Most importantly, you can't have no felonies with you mishandling money, meaning or you doing
like
anything
fraud, robbery,
quiet. Because guess what? Now you're dealing with people's social security. You're dealing with
valuable information.
But this is federal time.
Right.
Any charge you get charged with at the dealership, Fed time. Like they're not even going to play. They're not going to even play. It's federal. Any case with you temp tags and all them kind of tags, and you're going to get a fine for the temp tags if it's just temp tags, but that's going to be on you. So obviously capital, obviously credit, and you can't really, I can't put a cost, I can't put a total price on the cost because that's stemming from credit. You feel me? So based on how your credit is, you got to pay.
If you got a higher credit score, you might be able to start with a little less money.
Yeah, but
if you got a lower score, you might need a little more capital.
Absolutely, and where the gray areas is people think that you have to have a location. No, you just need an office space. Office space could be smaller than this. That's how I started out. You know, so with that being said, you just gotta have the space. But the thing is, you have to pay on all of these things before the state even comes out and gives you the license and issues the license. So you have to have a place, you have to have internet, you have to have phone, you have to have insurance, you have to have a bond.
Yeah, we'll get into that. If y'all interested in that though, like bro said, got a $1,500 program. They're gonna push the paperwork through for you, get everything situated for you. Is that like a mentorship kind of thing too that come with that?
Absolutely.
So you hit bro for $1,500 and have your stuff in line before you come to bro. Make sure your credit is all right. You got a little capital. You did your background research and learned something about the business. And bro will take care of all that for you. My question for you next for real is like just transitioning from you playing pro ball overseas, right? Just quick things we run through it real quick. Where you was at when you
So I initially, when I left from here, I actually went to Switzerland. I was in Switzerland. I was in Lugano. San Masania was the name of the club. It's funny because Dante Taylor was on that team.
Y'all was playing together?
Yeah, we was on. So when I landed in the airport, he had that good envelope with that bread for me.
That's how they sent it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, yo, pick your man up with the bag.
Absolutely.
Respect the bag.
Absolutely. He pulled up. I was happy to see my dog because, you know, we actually, last time I seen him, I think we probably was at Depaul, or matter of fact, we were at Madison Square Garden. We just played in Madison Square Garden and we seen each other, or I think we probably was back in Chicago where we seen each other. But it was still good to see him because he hit me like, yo, my coach is saying about you, da-da-da-da, bro, we about to get you. I'm like, yeah, I bet. So it was good to see a familiar face out there because out there, skiing Alps is in my back door. Like, I look out my back window, you see people skiing. Bro, it was blistering cold there. And it was just good always to have somebody. And he taught me how to drive. He taught me how to drive because they had manual out there. So we out there. So that was, you know what I mean? So it kind of,
it was good to have somebody from the crib.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's rare that you're going to be able to have somebody you grew up and played basketball with for a minute on the same club.
And then I ended up getting hurt on some fluke. But it's crazy because I told the coach, like, End up getting sent home. Like, oh, we trying to make the playoff push. Got sent home. All right, cool, boom. My agent sent me about 10 teams that wanted me. Like, about to go to Germany, about to go to Frankfurt, and they'll go all these places. It didn't go according to plan. I ended up, boom, having to fire him. Got another agent.
So that's your third agent now?
Yeah, just not knowing the right agents, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just not knowing.
Not knowing the Rich Pauls of the world.
Absolutely. So, now, I strike my next deal with no agent.
By yourself?
Yeah. So, how I ended up striking this agent, one of my mans from junior college, Tarvin Gaines. He out in Brazil. I'm like, yo, that league look lit. He ended up like, yo, we need a point guard. Our point guard that was here, he got something wrong with his heart. He put the bug in the coach ear. Coach like, yeah, we gonna sign him. Yeah, for like, yeah, he, you know what I mean? Like, so I end up going out there killing. When I was out in Switzerland too, you know what I mean? Like, good league, out there killing, doing, you know what I mean? But that didn't work out. Went to Brazil, killing. First year I played half the season there, cause like mid-season went berserk, led the league, and you know what I mean? Like, did all types of good stuff, and my coach ended up doubling my pay for next year. But the craziest thing was that when I was in America, he was still paying me.
Just to stay on that club, like just not even to look at no other
He was sending me, bro, I was home. He was still paying me. So, you know, you'd be out there 9-10 months if your team go to the chip or whatever. He was still sending me coins for 3 months I was home. Every month still paying me. So I'm like, nah, the money Gucci. So then it's crazy. So then
I be hearing that from a lot of my guys. The money be fucked up. They don't be paying on time.
I put 2 of my mans on. That's the only thing about Switzerland, bro. We in a good league. They was paying us every 3 weeks, money in hand, like
cash.
Yeah.
Like literal cash money.
Yeah, and they was paying us in U.S. dollars because at the time Swiss francs was worth more than U.S. dollars. So
they playing out of American money. They're like, y'all American anyway.
Cheaper,
take the cash.
So and then in Switzerland they don't even want to take U.S. currency because their money is very less.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go to a casino and change our bread
to Swiss money.
To Swiss francs. Yeah. So yeah, man. So with that being said, we out in Brazil now, and doing well. So then the coach like, yo, you don't got any players like you that's back home? I said, bro, all my homies is go. Yeah. So then I end up putting him on with another friend of mine from JUCO, Taj Ridley, and then another dude I played with high school with, Jordan Butts. He was in Lithuania. He just came back from Lithuania. So I tried to put them 2 on, but he ended up finding somebody else that was a bigger guard than Jordan Butts, but he ended up taking Taj Ridley. So this is when a lot of things start to unravel with my career because I brought Taj there. So then now he decided not to pay no Americans. He not paying no Americans. And we out there. So now my visa is about to expire.
They be doing, then they try to not pay you before the visa expires.
My work visa not about to expire.
So you gotta leave, but you can't stay and get your bread.
I could stay and get my bread. My son told me to lay low. He said lay low. I said, bro, what you mean lay low, bro? Like, he told me to lay low in the spot.
In Brazil.
So I'm thinking my visa about to expire like November 26th. My shit expired November 16th. So I'm in. So, you know, if they catch you at the border with an expired visa, they could revoke your passport and do all of this. But thank God I had a Brazilian ID. I had a Brazil. Oh, like they're like, why you leaving so early? Because in the thing is to say how long you should be there for. You know what I mean? Like your tenure, how long your tenure should be there. So they give you 9 months. I end up leaving. Like I end up like, bro, if you don't give me my bread by Friday, I'm out. He's like, yo. Rest in peace. He like, yo, Fab Mello coming to the team. You know, Fab Mello passed away, so he's on. Fab Mello coming to the team. We gonna be good. Like, we don't got no bread, but bro, I remember every single month, bro, all of the Brazilian players got paid. They got all of their money. Every single player. We sitting in there like, we didn't get no bread. I got bills back at the crib. You feel me?
Yeah, like you got shit happen. Your son, shit is happening.
Come on. So then now, this is where things start going haywire for me back home. Cause how am I gonna tell my shorty? How am I tell my people? How am I tell everybody?
I'm over here, but I'm not getting. Like,
why are you there?
Yeah.
How could I sit there and tell you that?
Right.
It's quiet for Christmas. It's quiet. Like how you feel like how could I tell you that? But so I say that to say so he didn't give me. He tried to give me half my bread. I still, bro. I dipped like that. I got out of practice. I had 100 missed calls. Taj moms and my shorty put together something for me to come home, and I didn't know nothing about it. You feel me? So I come back to go eat dinner. My phone going crazy. I'm like, how y'all booked me a flight? Y'all don't know I'm an hour and a half from the airport. I don't got none of my stuff packed. Like, so I end up just going to the airport anyway. So I left matter of fact, the coach and Taj, coach was trying to be on some rah-rah and fight him every day, and you know what I mean, like a whole nother story. But I ended up cutting. I left. So then ended up getting a ride to the airport. I left. So the next day, like, yo, where you at? We at the gym lifting weights. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm back in the States. They thought I was playing. So from right there, I said I didn't like how my career was going. I didn't like the simple fact that he could choose to pay me if he didn't want to pay me. It was nothing I could really do. You know what I mean? And then my agent. So even though I got that deal on my own, I ended up getting an agent. You know what I mean? Like, thinking he was going to represent me, but he not really representing me. He really representing himself.
You feel like you was better off just negotiating as a player?
I feel like I was.
Do you feel like we'll ever get to that point in professional sports where it's like, yo, we're the teams are negotiating directly with the players?
You just gotta have.
I've heard like a few guys that's like straight negotiated their own shit.
You could do that, but you just gotta have some. You just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta, and not only that, you gotta have some juice. Like, coming from America to overseas, if you really don't got no juice, like, it's like you could.
You should just be happy to be. They're treating like you should just be happy to be here.
Right.
We can take this
So
little bit of money.
Once you start wilding,
we replace you.
Once you start wilding and doing what you're supposed to do, now you can kind of put, hey, I'm only flying first class. I only, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I need
my
a
wife
car
need to
when
come.
I get there.
My wife need to come. This need to happen. That need to happen. You feel me? Like, my wife need to be there. My wife need a round trip ticket. She could come and see me and her and the kids, and they come in first
give her
round.
A pass.
Yeah, and okay, cool. My wife is coming with me for the 10
to live,
months.
so I need an extra little something.
My kids need a school that they teach English. She need a job. Like, you feel me? Like, you can start asking for these things when you get over there. So that's how that go ultimately. So that's just the beauty of it. But you just got to create that buzz for yourself. Then now you can create the buzz of bringing your friends over. But that's just a small piece of the pie. You feel me? So, you know, with that being said, bro, so that kind of forced me to retire. You know what I mean? Like, my agent hit me like, yo, this team want to give you $15,000 a month and By this time, the damage was already done. I come back.
You feel like we're mentally, like, it just was like, yo, I went through too much and I seen that, like, this could happen, so you just wanted to pivot into a different direction.
Yeah, because look at it this way. If I was home working at McDonald's, I would have got paid every 2 weeks. Regardless. All I had to do was go. You feel me? Like, I always knew, like, okay, cool. I'm using basketball as a tool. I knew this since get-go. NBA was never the dream. Division 1, high major Division 1 was never the dream. You know what I mean? Like, just playing basketball was something that we loved to do. So whatever came with it came later on. You feel me? Like, once we realized, we could actually
go to school.
Yeah, like,
go overseas, make a little money.
We didn't know nobody. I didn't know nobody in Division 1. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't physically know them. Like, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how Shotty sending me them shorts played a pivotal role. I didn't know nobody in Division 1. Like, I'm talking about, like, I can pick up my phone and call, like, yo, bro, how's school? Can I come and see how campus look? Right. I didn't know nobody, so that shit is just like that shit was just like far-fetched, because the game that you love, basketball, I love to do it. Whether I was going to go to school or not, I was still going to be doing it. So none of this was the goal. Like, don't get me wrong, once you start to realize, okay, cool, I want to hit a buzzer beater in the NBA. I do want to be Michael Jordan. Like, then you start to realize, like, this is actually in arm's reach. So then now when you go to Depaul, you realize 4 people from every team is going to the league. You know what I mean? Like, so then now when you in school and you start seeing colleges like, hey, ma'am, I want your son, and talking to your mom, you're like, damn, Division 1.
This shit real.
Yeah, it is in the reach. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm working for now. You feel me? Like, but that starts in high school. So, but ultimately, like, because I remember being in middle school not knowing nothing about college basketball. Even freshman and sophomore year, I didn't know nothing about conferences. I learned that over a period of time.
Right. That's
I just
like,
love
you start
playing,
learning your shit like that, like your senior year.
I just love playing the game. You know what I mean? Like, so, and that kind of forced me into, okay, cool, watch college basketball, watch NBA basketball. Okay, cool, college. Then you start having people like Haas that can kind of put that in your ear, like, this is what you need to do to go to college. This is what you need to do in high school to be great, so you can go to college. You know what I mean? So, and just being experienced, man. So, ultimately, the game of basketball kind of formed, because you know they say how you play the game of basketball is how you are. So, like me, I'm a person that you really couldn't tell. I would love for you to tell me no. So, like, doing all of this stuff, I did all of this stuff with nobody, with no other people, no OPM. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't use not one person. I didn't use nobody from the bank. I didn't use. By that time, my credit was shot because the crib that I had, I ended up losing everything, bro. I lost everything. I lost everything.
And how pivotal you felt like that was in terms of how you moving now? Do you feel like you would still be at where you at now without those losses and without that experience? Or you feel like you needed that? Like you needed to lose that crib. You needed to go through that.
I don't feel like I needed that. I just feel like my losses, like when I lose, bro, I get taught the biggest lessons. All of my losses been extraordinary. Like that will crumble somebody. You know what I mean? Like just one of my losses. You know what I mean? Like it's crippling. Like how do you come out of?
How you even come back from that?
How you lose 350,000? Come back? How?
Yeah. Somebody
how could you
100 and they done.
How could you face your kid? How could you face everybody who's depending on you?
You gotta come back to your moms and your lady and it's like, yo, I lost 300, but I'm gonna get us out this hole. It's like, nah.
I just didn't know because all we knew was basketball. You know what I mean? So it was like it turned into me turning up every night thinking I'm lit, when now I can say, shit, that shit looked like I was depressed, bro.
Yeah, like you just looking to
turn up. In college, I didn't drink. College, I didn't smoke.
Mm.
Every night, I'm drinking. I'm thinking I'm lit. Like, let's hit Weez. Let's hit, you know what I'm saying? Let's hit Ben. Let's hit Worrel. We outside. He outside every night. He's turning up.
He's the outside guy.
Yeah, his bottles is lit. It's my birthday. Let me invite him to my birthday because I know he gonna bust it up.
Turn it up, yeah.
And I'm outside every day thinking it's up, not understanding that I was depressed. Nobody could come and save me. That's what hurt the most. I didn't have nobody to come and save me. I had to figure it out on my own. So who's gonna lend me bread when I just lost 350 other banks?
Nobody.
Who's gonna lend me bread when I just got my car repo? I had to get up. I had to figure it out. I had to do what I had to do. I didn't know nothing about other people's money. I just knew that I had to do whatever it is that I had to do to get it. One thing led to another. One thing led to, like I said, the car thing was really the stretch for me because I'm like, I know it's a way that I can help people get in good, reliable cars without these cars breaking down. That's how I got into the car game. And I just said, cars is something else that I love. Then, on top of that, I said, hey, how could I ride in something nice for the lowest amount of money possible? So those two ways kind of clashed. And then I went online, did my research. This is how you do this is how you do that. Remind you, so it took me longer to become a dealer because my credit was shot. You know what I mean? At that time, I had some people that was around me that was willing to, you know what I mean, be there on the credit side.
Cosign vibes.
No, not even cosign. They were I just added them on the LOC. So whenever it was credit time, I just was able to hit their credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hit their credit, and it put me in a position to actually start. But I was on a standstill for about a year because I'm trying to figure out my insurance is $175,000
a year.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? But it's based. So it's not like I gotta come out and pay that. But I would have if my credit was bad.
Right.
So this is why you can't really put a number on how much you have to pay. And a bond is $35,000. All of this is based on your credit. So some people pay $20,000. what I'm saying? So you gotta have some money put up. So that now I'm at a standstill. Like, how do I pivot from this? I already done dumped about $10,000-$15,000, the rest of my bread into this car stuff. I can't lose. I can't fail. So that's where the drive and the determination came from. When my shorty's telling me, this ain't working. This ain't working. She pulling everything by herself. Like, this ain't working. And then I'm like, this shit gotta work. It gotta work. But then she told me, just let that shit go. I said, fuck it. I'll let my car go instead. Repo that shit. She didn't know. I'm just saying, what if I didn't get my car repoed now? I wouldn't have had this. I told her, yeah, I'll let it go, I'll let it go. Next thing you know, my shit repo. You feel me? Like, it was just a sacrifice that I made. And I had to make it. I feel like I had to make it. With me knowing who I was, I knew I wasn't gonna let me feel. I wasn't gonna let me fail. Somebody else would be willing to let me fail. You know what I mean? Like, if I put my responsibilities and my abilities on somebody else, nobody got the hustle that I got. That's just how I felt and how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, because when I first started, I was answering the phone all types of night. I was still doing it just even last year. Call me whatever time you need me, I'll be there. You need calls for Toro, call me whatever time. My phone will be ringing at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. I answer my phone because that was just, I needed to do that.
You was hungry.
I needed to do that. So then now, me meeting people, and then now, boom, stuff come full circle where I'm meeting people. When I get in these rooms that Troy was telling me about, I get in these rooms, and this person done bought about 25 cars from me without me even knowing, because I never really wanted to be on the forefront. So that's why the first 3, 4, 5 years of me doing this, nobody knew that it was me behind it. People see me driving nice. I say, hey, go check my people at Casey Autos. I went to school for marketing.
Right.
I went to school for business.
Because that's what it is for real. It's the brand and it's the business. They don't care about...
My minor is in psych. So I know how you think as a person. And I know how we think coming from a black community. Meaning, they don't want to shop. They don't want to buy nothing from you, bro. You can be selling iPhones for $200. But Apple sells the phone for $1,500 and nobody would shop with you. Nobody would shop with you. But guess what? You can say, yo, my man got the phones for $500. It could be you for having them for $200. My man got the phone for $500. You give your man the phone for $500. Like, yo, bro, here, take $100 for yourself. That should have sell off the shelf.
Why do you think that is? Like, what mentality is that where it's like people just don't want to...
No, because
I don't think it's a support thing, because I feel like sometimes we be like moping for support.
Okay, let's just say me and you, we given the same opportunities.
Right.
Let's just say you made $5, I made $5, right? I go and say, you know what? I'm about to go buy a bottle of water and a snack. And you say, you know what? I'm about to go buy a bottle of water and a snack, but I'm going to resell mine for more.
I just go get 30 waters for $5.
I'm going to eat my... You hustle your bread. I eat my bread. You feel me? Now, you got $10. I got $2. You happy with your bread? I got $10. I'm like, you got $2. My stomach full now, though. Your stomach, you hungry. You do the same thing. Your shit turned to $20. I go and spend my last $2. You got 20. Now I got 0. What happens with our relationship? You think I'm still going to be happy for you?
No.
So, and what I mean by that is, we given the same opportunities coming from the same place.
Just what you do with it.
Why am I going to support you when you going...
I see what you're saying now. Like, we coming from the same spot, and I'm fucked up. And you lit, so now I'm supposed to help you
get more lit and shit on me
and keep winning.
Cause that's what's gonna happen. You gonna come through now fresh, come through driving something nice, come through.
So I'd rather go support some or take my money that I don't even got elsewhere.
Yeah,
so it's like at least you not
I
really.
don't know him. You not gonna shit on me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get out of here and leave me and get out of here and outshine me. That's really the mentality. And it's crazy because I was doing this. You want to know who I ran into backstage at Earn Your Leisure? My push man Mitch. He got on there and said, yo, I can't get no Lamborghini. I said, oh yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for me to meet him. I got Lamborghini, chopped it up. 2 seconds later, he bring me Princess. Princess trying to get a Lamborghini. That's how fast we just added value to each other. You know what I mean?
You found out what he needed and you supplied that.
Exactly.
Supplying demand.
Then he brings me another person that needs a Lamborghini truck. That's how I will. And then he puts it in my ear. I'm telling him the same scheme. He said, bro, I'm exactly what he said. Man, fuck them. I told him why I never posted KC Autos on my page, and that's when I started. He said, bro, fuck that. The people who don't support you, you don't want them around you in the first place.
Facts.
There's no reason for them to be around you. There's going to be people who's on your page that mess with you because it's you. The people who don't support you, even if you got a car that they want and they don't buy it, those people don't really rock with you.
Shit, we gonna clip that up.
They don't really rock with you. So you're going to have people who going to support you just because it's you.
Facts. I told that to my man the other day. I said, yo, when I started Beautiful Nightmares, I ain't have no photo shoots, no major marketing. I got this shit on some strong arm shit. Like, I just came in the game like, yo, I'm hot. I got truckers and tees, and the people that was just rocking with me just bought it because, like, they rock with Reef. It was like, yo, he doing something, and I'm rocking with it just because of him. Right. Now we actually, like, got nice designs, nice quality. We in stores. But when I first started it, it wasn't because I was the hottest brand, or it was just like, yo, Reef started a clothing brand, I'm gonna tap in and support it.
Right. You know and then ultimately,
and the people who didn't support when I first started it, some people came along board, they supported it. But then you still got that core few people who just, I was looking at them like, yo, I'm waiting for him to support.
Or I know for a fact he gonna support me once I kick, and then they don't support you.
Because now I'm starting to understand what this conversation is like. Now it's like a real vendetta type thing where it's like, I can't support him. I didn't support him when it started it, and now that it's successful, he gonna know that I'm trying to jump on the bandwagon.
It kind of put them in a limbo situation where they either, you know what, I ain't gonna support him at all.
And then I respect the people. I respect, like, some of my homies or the dudes that have hit me up like, yo, you know I was supposed to been tap in. I'ma tap in. My bread is fucked up right now where I just been trying to get my but I see you. Sometimes it don't hurt you to just tell nigga like, yo, I see you. Right. I see you grinding.
And also too, support don't gotta be in cash.
Right. You could just share it.
So then now you gotta play on people's emotions. You know, like around Christmas time and around certain times, people need bread. So like, I got people that don't even come in to work because they work remotely. Think about this. You send 5 people to me, right? So then now I play on people's emotions. I already know, hey, people will be more receptive to do something for nothing, meaning they're lazy. Hey, if you just bridge the gap, just post this on your page. If somebody come and buy a car from me, I give you 200.
Just on a referral.
I give you 200. Do that 5 times.
That's a band.
4 times it's
5
4
times
weeks.
a month. If you just do that 5 times a month, that's $1,000 a month. That's an extra 12,000. You'll make a year.
Some people do that 5 times a week for me. They don't gotta leave. They can do that from their house.
Right.
Think about that, bro.
Nah, I'ma think about it.
You work full time. You got a part-time job. Just connect, bro. Look how many people you got in your phone.
A couple hundreds. If we talking contact, we talking social platforms. A few thousands.
Okay, so let's just say half the people in your phone right now say, "Dang, Reef, I do need a car." Let's just say it's 100 people. 50 people say, "I do want a car."
50 times. What is that? 10,000. 50 times 200.
Oh, I'm looking tax time right now. I could even say, you know what? I give you $250 a car and bump it up because I know how people think. People gonna go. You don't gotta leave your house. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just send people here. If they buy the car, get approved. If they come with cash, you're gonna get paid.
That's right on the spot, yeah.
You're gonna get paid. And so people are looking
An initiative, like they need an initiative.
Bro, and the thing is, you can be in any state. I got calls. I just met with some, like, I've been meeting with some very, very important people. I just met with somebody tonight.
Speak on the importance of that real quick. Like, so is that from like Troy bridged you in certain rooms, and then from those rooms you meeting other people? Like, what's the importance of relationships and this shit? And like, you know,
to be honest with you, and I was more receptive to these rooms because, like I said, we was all banking on, I need to do it myself. I got it. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. But bros, I need 4 people to replace me. So think about that. I need 4 people to do everything that I can do. So I gotta need other people.
Right.
I definitely need other people. So the importance of me, and it's crazy because the connection that I just built over the weekend, I was already introduced to them by Troy and Rashad. I was already introduced to them, but this was years ago, years back. This was before the first Invest Fest. Right. I got introduced to these people.
So it's like 3 years ago.
I got reintroduced by my good friend June and Drizzy. I got reintroduced to my guy that's up in New York, that we gonna do some amazing things. So where now, I was already shipping to any state.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, anywhere you at, you getting the car right to your crib, right wherever you want it dropped off at.
Anywhere, house, hotel,
McDonald's,
job,
wherever.
Anywhere you want the car dropped off at, we was dropping the car. Anywhere you wanted to be, we was dropping the car off. Now I actually got some people in New York that I don't even have to drop the car. The cars is already gonna be there. So, and we gonna really flood the market because of how much clients we both got. So I don't even really want to speak on it too soon, but we locked in.
Yeah, so
we about to do a deal. We about to do a deal. We about to do a mega monster deal.
And now at this point with just KC Autos and, like, you know, your background with having agents and stuff, are you negotiating all your deals, or is it like a team of people that's negotiating and stuff like that, you know?
Well, I'm negotiating. I'm negotiating the deals myself. Because it get real tricky with money and other people, and the dishonor that a lot of people would.
It's like the integrity
Absolutely.
just don't be there.
Absolutely, because I had workers who would take large down payments from people. And not even included in. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of crooked things that can take place in this game that we really don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so if you don't run it yourself, you won't really know. You know what I mean? Like how you said you built it from the mud and you did everything from the ground up. If I didn't do it from the ground up and I would have just hired people to do it for me, they would have been.
I heard Ross say that one time, like, yo, I don't want to move fast, I just want to move correct.
Absolutely.
Like, I just want to move correctly. So
Absolutely.
Even if it take longer, because you got to negotiate everything and you got to, you know, talk and reach out personally, but it's the correct, you moving correctly. You know?
I did everything. I'm talking about from cleaning the cars, picking the cars up. So nobody can tell me this can't be done. When I tell you this is what I want done, you can't sit there and tell me it can't be done.
That's what Nip said. Like, yo, I sat there, learned how to engineer. So when I said I want it to echo like this, I know it can echo like this because I did it. Like, I know the mic could record like, you know. So even me with the clothes, like, when I'm building stuff, like, I know this is how I want the product pictures. This is the price you get it from the manufacturer. This is how you send it to the stores. This is how you, because I'm doing all this myself. So now as I'm getting to the point where I need to put other people in positions, like I need a PR person that's just doing social media and that's doing this, or I need a person that's just stocking up stores and shit. I know the price when you go to the post office. So don't tell me it costs you $30 to ship out a sweatsuit because I know it's $8.99.
Absolutely. I got my own flatbed with a tow truck, so someone's gonna tell me this is how much it costs from there to there. When I could just put it on I can just get a driver myself, put him in my own truck, make him drive it there, and then guess what? Whatever state that he's driving to, I can buy a car from that state and bring it back to Georgia. So we just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And really, I can put two cars. I could put two cars, one on a flatbed and one to get towed on the back. So it's you just got to be in the game to really know what's going on. But